Welcome to Daily Focus. I'm in the midst of trying to figure out how to go back to the camera and that we started a couple of years ago and trying to get it to talk with my computer and my phone, and it's not working. So I just decided to do it this way today. But we are going to move on to Psalm chapter 28, but I want to reference back to Psalm 27, a couple of verses, because it kind of goes along with Psalm 28. Uh, Words can wound seriously. And David here is saying that, you know, I fear words as much as I do weapons. And the slander and the deceit and the selfish agenda and the misdirected information, things that were intended to discredit and ultimately destroy, very much concerned David. And so in verse number 11 of chapter 27, he says, "Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelties." In other words, David is saying there is an enemy that is out to destroy me, and they want to destroy me with their words. He says here, are false witnesses that breathe out cruelty. In other words, they are saying what they want to say in order to lead people to believe what they want them to believe, in order to accomplish a selfish, cruel agenda. Well, we get to chapter 28. He says, "Unto thee will I cry, O Lord, my rock. Be not silent to me, lest if thou be silent to me, I become like them that go down into the pit. Hear the voice of my supplications when I cry unto thee, when I lift up my hands towards the holy oracle. Draw me not away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts." In other words, David said, deliver me from people who use words in order to influence people as pawns or to destroy people as problems. And David said, whether they come across as, we're just trying to help, we're just trying to do the right thing, and yet in their heart, it's about destruction. It's about a selfish agenda. Oftentimes in the workplace, there are people that would come and say, I love working here, and I really love our boss, or I love the owner. But what do you think about, do you have a problem with? They come across like they are really enamored with the responsibility that has been entrusted to them, and their heart is full of appreciation. But then they immediately go into mischief. They immediately begin to cause doubt, to direct the conversation, to lead them to a conclusion that they need them to have in order to accomplish what they're trying to accomplish. We are seeing this in a unusual level the last several years in the news media. There has been a push to not give accurate information, but rather to give information that leads people to a conclusion that they want or need them to come to. And so David is saying, you know what we're facing here is no different than he faced way back in his day. And the war that happens in with words leaves incredible wounds. Sometimes the words that are used leave wounds that never heal, that seem to get infected over and over again. So what does David say? It's unto thee will I cry, O Lord, my rock. In other words, I'm not running to justify myself. I'm not going to defend myself. I'm not going to run around and try to build my own army against them. I'm not going to try to pit one side against another side. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to run to God. And I'm going to ask God to not be silent towards me. Would you speak on my behalf? Would you act on my behalf? One of the most amazing things in the Christian life is when you're able to sit back and look and watch what God's going to do. And when people seek to destroy with words, truth comes out eventually. The blessing of God becomes evident on those that seek peace and those that truly desire to bring glory to God and want to walk in his presence. Those that want to do damage, those who seek a selfish agenda will be exposed as well, because truth comes out. And David is just crying unto the Lord, saying, I'm going to run to you, and I'm going to ask you to bring truth out. And I'll tell you, in our day, with so much deception going around, so much political agenda, I have simply asked the Lord, would you please speak truth into our ears and expose truth? And those that seek to deceive, would you expose them? And there's great security in knowing that God is our defense, that God is the one who fights on our behalf. But let me also just end this morning devotional with a warning, and that is, don't let your words wound. Sometimes we mean well, but in the process of trying to even do the right thing or accomplish the right thing, we say the wrong things. Our attitude comes out in a wrong manner, and we need to own that, and we need to get that right, and we need to make sure that our words help and not hurt. And so let me just encourage you as you go through today and through the weekend, be very mindful of the words that you use, how you speak about others, and let God be glorified in our lives, and make sure that our words edify and not destroy. God bless you. I'll look forward to seeing you again next week.